New tonight, Border Patrol is bringing an immigration crackdown to the streets of Charlotte. The operation is playing out without Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, and it's sparking some strong reaction in North Carolina's largest city. The Bureau's Kirsten Clark is live in Raleigh for us tonight. Kirsten, a local grassroots organization is speaking out against these operations.
Eric, we're here at the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services office in Raleigh, but all eyes were on Charlotte today. Federal officials say it's a move to ensure Americans are safe, but others say it's doing just the opposite. This was the shattering reality for one man in Charlotte today. Willie Aceituno, a Honduran-born U.S. citizen, says one minute he was being confronted by immigration officers in a shopping center parking lot. He was pulled out of his truck and thrown to the ground the next.
What's wrong? He say, open the door. Why I open the door, you know? I broke your window, okay? Broke it.
This footage captures an agent leading a man out of a laundromat, his hands forced behind his back, while a group of officers can be seen here strolling through a Home Depot parking lot. Agents questioning people in someone's yard rushed back to their van after the homeowner confronted them. I sat down today with Emmanuel Gomez Gonzalez.
Okay. So Border Patrol operations are underway in Charlotte, North Carolina. And yeah, I mean, these videos are definitely shocking, because it seems like they're just approaching anyone who, seems to be, Hispanic or, Venezuelan, or, they seem to be approaching just any and everybody. Yeah, this is if that's the case, then this is definitely not good. From my understanding, they're supposed to, definitely have like a list of, targeted places where they're going to go and perform these operations. But it seems like they're just stopping anyone and just trying to see if they are, documented, or if they are supposed to be here legally. And one thing I don't agree with is harassing United States citizens. I don't believe in that. So, if they are citizens of this country, if they can, show identification, it shouldn't, be, too much more than that. People shouldn't be getting their windows busted out for not, maybe they cracked it just a little bit, maybe they didn't roll it down fully. Yeah, this is definitely going to create a lot of outrage amongst the people, because it seems like they're just approaching anyone and performing these operations. As I was saying in previous videos, I'm all for people immigrating into the country, because I feel like everyone should have a chance at a better life. And we this is America. This is like a melting pot of all different ethnicities and different cultures. So I feel like if you're going through the process and you were granted citizenship, then you deserve to be here. My whole thing is that there are people that are here illegally, and a lot of that can have like a snowball effect on a lot of people in all types of communities and walks of life, because a lot of people they come here, they definitely understand that this is a capitalistic country, so they have to earn money. And I've had plenty of experiences with people who are saying, or plenty of conversations with people who are saying that individuals come here, they undercut us as far as our prices and stuff like that. Just being told straight, frankly, I can find, somebody who's, who knows how to do the work, who is, not necessarily supposed to be here. I can just go ahead and pay them under the table, pay them at a lower wage, and, get the job done. And, it's a double-edged sword, honestly. Because on one end, like I said, you don't want people to just be getting harassed and people to feel abrasive because they're getting approached, they're getting asked all these questions and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, this definitely can get out of hand. This can get out of hand real quick. And as they were just reporting, there's advocacy groups that's already speaking up and saying that you know these these um these operations are getting out of control. But let's hear what this gentleman has to say about the situation.
To talk about what unfolded. He works with Siembra en Sí, a Latino community organization involved in community defense and advocacy for immigrant workers in North Carolina.
We've seen it happen in other cities that have experienced this kind of heightened presence. And in the first day, we're already seeing reports of this happening again. That should tell us about what the actual consequences of operations like this are in disrupting the lives of people who live and work in our communities.
Gomez Gonzalez says Siembra en Sí will have community patrols in Charlotte on Sunday.
There are over 300 people that are trained to become part of these patrols, and we see that as an essential way that we can help ensure that people are able to continue to do the things that they need to do at the day-to-day places they need to go for themselves, for their families, because life goes on.
So yeah, like I was saying, this can definitely get out of control. Hopefully these advocacy groups will go and look to be like a watchdog to make sure that um, these operations are being carried out lawfully, and that there's no violence or no injustice going to come to people that are going about living their normal daily lives, and people who are just trying to work, get themselves in a better position and help provide for their family. I want to play another video and get a little bit more information on what's going on out here.
Yeah, Hannah. Well, right now I'm standing at the southeast corner of South Boulevard and Archdale Drive. An employee here says they saw CBP agents here in the shopping center. This is at the Starmount Center, and that was earlier this morning. A worker here says another business says their anticipated arrival has led to lower customer count. He told me sales at Fonda Mexicana El Paraíso are down significantly the past few days. Workers also say a few colleagues called in for their shifts.
The worry, I guess, that they could get caught, they could get deported, anything like that could happen. A lot of people, that's just from what I know, is how they're feeling. Some people are already planning to go back.
Okay, so as the gentleman just said from this business establishment, this restaurant, a lot of people are calling now. A lot of customers are not showing up, and so those are the kind of things that they're definitely looking for. Because if you have nothing to worry about, if you're here, if you went through the process and you're here legally, then you shouldn't have no issues with walking around and just going about your daily lives. But as he was saying, there's some people who will think about going back to their origin country, and more than likely that's because they are not here legally as they should be. Um, I really just I just don't understand. Maybe the process is long. Maybe the process is difficult. Maybe they wouldn't be able to stay here while they're going through the process, which I don't understand why, individuals wouldn't be able to stay here and wait for their mail or, wait for the word that they are granted citizenship. Um, Again, I'm going to do a lot more research into the process and what goes into it, what are the parameters, how long does it actually take, which I'm sure it's not like a 24-hour 48-hour thing. I'm sure it takes a lot longer because they're going to have to vet, look into your background and things of that nature. But when people start hiding out, that just lets me know that more than likely, they're not here in a legal manner as they should be. Um, so, like I said, hopefully there's no more violence. I know there's going to be a lot more protests. I know people are definitely going to be speaking up and speaking out. So I'm going to stay on this and keep this as one of my top priorities to make sure I can report on it as much as I can. Again, I'm all for people who will go through the process and come over here and try to make better for themselves and make better for their families. They definitely deserve it. It's just those bad actors with malicious intent. We can't really have too much more of that because we already have enough of that with just the citizens who are actually born here in the United States. So, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. In my opinion, man, it's kind of no right or wrong answer. It's just which side of the fence do you stand on and which perspective do you see it from. But if you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, this is Justin Paul. Peace.